this is Chris the Nightmare Ariola, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, so I got two of these messages sent to me. Rumor, well, not a rumor. I guess they're in serious negotiations. Adrian Granat, the 14-0 Swedish prospect, 13 knockouts. He just picked up that IBF, minor IBF title. I think it was the IBF International title. He's in serious negotiations with another undefeated prospect, 16-0 Bogdan Dinu, with 12 knockouts, Romanian prospect. A guy that was Olympic hopeful in 2008, but in 2007, they had a AIBA tournament out there in Chicago, and him and a few of his teammates got caught shoplifting at a Nordstrom's. But he's got past that, but he was a guy that was supposed to represent their country in the Olympics. But since he's turned pro, he's undefeated, man. He's been in there with Avery Gibson, Eric Martel Baholi, Kurtzen Manswell. He's been in with a few guys that I know, that I've heard of, and he's done what he has to do, He's a guy that likes to come forward, likes to work behind his jab and his right hand. And he kind of similar to Adrian Granat. They're similar in certain ways. But they're talking about this fight for March 11th. I think it's a damn good fight. It's a winnable fight for both sides, in my opinion. It's going to be curious if this fight goes down. It's going to be curious to see who can push the other fight backwards, because both of these guys like to fight tall. They like to work behind their jab, and they want to find a home for their right hand. Both these guys seem as if they have good right hands. I like to see these guys work inside a little bit better, because I think there's going to be some clinching going on in this fight, just based on the styles. Both guys like to come forward, and I think there's going to be situations where they're going to clinch each other to try to, figure out the distance and figure out the range. And if the other guy can't push the other guy backwards, I'm curious to see who can just control the range with their jab. Whose jab is going to find a home first. And that guy might be the winner of the fight. But it's going to be an interesting style clash. But they're talking about March 11th, and they're talking about having the fight in Sweden. And I guess they're in serious negotiations, serious talks right now. But this is a good matchup, man. This is a fight I think that is good for Adrian Granat. Fights like this, Matteo Modugno, those type of fights against other undefeated prospects who are also 6'5" or taller, is the direction you want to go. I thought his last fight against France Real, I thought that was a good fight. He's the only person to knock out France Real and stop him. Although Robert Helenius did put him down, but he couldn't stop him. But that fight was scheduled for 12, and he got France Real out of there in 6. So I was impressed by that. He probably doesn't want to have a sluggish start in this fight, being that Bogdan Dinu, to me, I would rate him a little bit higher than France Real. Although, Dinu hasn't been in there with Robert Helenius, a guy that, is significantly bigger than him like that. And, has that experience. But the fights with Avery Gibson, that's a tricky fighter, American fighter that fought in the World Series of Boxing. So he's been in there with some decent opposition, man. But this is a damn good fight. I like the prospects of this fight happening. Dinu's trying to move up and win him a minor title, the IBF the international title. So you guys let me know what you think in the comment section, man. Adrian Granat, 14-0, 13 knockouts, possibly taking on Bogdan Dinu of Romania, who's 16-0 with 12 knockouts. You go, and for those of you that's not familiar with Bogdan Dinu, go to my prospect playlist I have, and you can check him out. Or if you would just want to see him fight, just type his name into YouTube, and I damn near think all of his fights are on YouTube. He has a lot of them up. So now you can check out Adrian Granat. Look at the styles for yourself. Like I said, they're kind of similar, man. To tell you the truth, Granat's about 3 inches taller. Weighs a little bit more, but I think it's a damn good matchup. I really do. So let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm out.